All right, let's get right into it. We're not talking about theory today. Nope. This is a straight up, step by step battle plan for what to do if you had to start over from absolute zero.
So let's play a game. It's kind of terrifying, but stick with me. Imagine it's all gone. Your job, your savings, your network, just poof, vanished. It's just you, your brain, and an internet connection. The panic starts to creep in, right? So what's the very first move you make?
But here's the secret, and this is important. Starting from nothing, from $0 and 0 cents, is actually a superpower. Seriously, it forces you to be ruthless, to think with absolute piercing clarity, and to follow a blueprint that just flat out works. There's no baggage, there's no noise. It's just pure, unfiltered strategy.
So, where do we even begin? Well, the first step isn't about finding a side hustle or writing a business plan. It's a fundamental mindset purge. We have to completely delete the old programming before we can even think about installing the new one.
And this right here shows you the two games we can play. Now, the old game, that's what we're all taught in school, right? Find a job, get paid by the hour, and make sure you're qualified. You have to forget all of that. Starting from zero means you play the new game. You don't hunt for jobs, you hunt for value. You don't look for a salary, you look for a problem. And you don't sell your time, you sell a solution. It's a completely different way of seeing the world.
And this is the beating heart of that new game, value arbitrage. It's so simple, it's almost profound. Your entire mission is to find a problem that people are already willing to pay money to solve. Then you learn just enough to solve that specific problem. And finally, you sell that solution. See? You're not looking for a job title. You're hunting for a pain point. Okay, so how in the world do we find that pain point? This is your first mission should you choose to accept it. A 72-hour deep dive scout. And the goal isn't just to find any problem. Oh no. The goal is to find one that people are already throwing money at trying to fix. That's the crucial part. And you don't even have to guess where to look. These right here are your gold mines. Seriously. Go on Reddit or any niche forums and literally search for words like problem or frustrated. People will tell you exactly what's wrong. Amazon's 3-star reviews are amazing for this. That phrase, I love this, but I wish, that's a business idea handed to you on a silver platter. And finally, scan freelance platforms not to apply for jobs, but to see what services are constantly in demand. Now let's get real for a second because this is so crucial. Forget what you're passionate about. Just for a moment, that's a luxury you don't have when you're at zero. Right now, you are picking a problem that has a paying audience, period. The passion, you know where that comes from? It comes from getting really good at solving that problem and seeing the money start to come in. Trust me, that's a powerful motivator. All right, you've scouted the terrain, you've identified a pain point. Now for the launch pad, earning your very first $100. Not $10,000, just $100. And why? Because that first $100 proves the entire model works. It's the psychological barrier. It is probably the most important money you will ever make. And you don't need a 4-year degree to do it. We're talking about micro skills, things you can learn for free on YouTube in a single weekend. For example, you could become the unsucker. Just use free AI tools to rewrite the terrible website copy for a local business. Or the organizer. I mean, who wouldn't pay to have their chaotic Google Drive teamed for their small team? These are specific, valuable skills that solve a real, annoying problem. So, how do you find someone to pay you that first $100? You launch a 3-channel blitz. It's a simple, focused attack. First, micro-freelancing. Create a hyper-specific gig on a site like Fiverr. Don't say, I'll edit video. Say, I will turn your 10-minute podcast into 3 viral-style clips. Second, hyper-local outreach. Find 20 local businesses on social media and send them a direct, simple message. And third, community barter. Find an online community and offer to do the work for free for one person in exchange for a glowing public testimonial. Remember, the goal here is proof, not profit. The second that first $100 hits your bank account, everything changes. The game changes. The blueprint shifts from just starting to actually scaling. And the key, the absolute key, is to climb vertically. That means going deeper and becoming the best at the one thing that worked, not getting distracted and jumping to the next shiny object. And this ladder illustrates the path perfectly. You start at the bottom rung, skill. You do 10 to 20 projects until you are an absolute master of your craft. Then you climb up to service. You stop trading hours for dollars and you package your offer like a $500 website copy starter pack. Next, you climb to product. You productize your knowledge into a template or a guide for all the people who can't afford your full service. And finally, you reach the top, system.
You document your entire process and you outsource the tasks. That is how you scale from $100 to something much, much bigger. Okay, that was a lot, I know. So let's lock it all in with a quick recap. This is your entire survival blueprint from start to finish. So here it is, boiled down to the essentials. First, the mindset reset. You have to play the value game. Second, the 72-hour scout. Find a paid pain point. Third, the $100 skill. Learn something specific that you can sell fast. Fourth, the 3-channel blitz. Get that first paying client as proof of concept. And finally, climb vertically. Go deep to scale up. You know, the barrier to entry has never been lower, but the barrier to thinking clearly, that's never been higher.
All right, enough of me talking, it's your turn. Let's make this a live case study right now. What's a pain point you have personally seen in your own world, your job, your hobbies, whatever, that you know people would pay money to solve? Just take a second and really think about it.
No, seriously, drop that idea in the comments right now. Let's get a brainstorm going. If this blueprint gave you even a little jolt of clarity, if it made this whole idea feel less like a nightmare and more like a strategy game, do me a huge favor and hit that like button. And of course, subscribe for the next blueprint, because we're going to keep building this brick by brick. Remember, the only reset that truly matters is a reset of your thinking. Now go find a problem,